Alright, match 4, Obosh Prowess, and specifically Magmatic Channeler Prowess, if you can even still call it Prowess. Yeah, a little annoying that they did that on my upkeep, so I had to go click over there, but alright. Almost certainly Death Shadow. Alright, I think I want to go for the light up the stage now. I will grow Goyf, but gotta get light up the stage when they can't Stubborn Denial it, or, yeah. Hopefully they tap out so I can, yeah, if they've got Stubborn Denial and Removal Spell. Okay. I like this, because this enables me to whittle both of these Tarmogoyfs down. I think that's about the best case scenario that could have happened. Yeah, and thankfully they're only attacking for 1. Although they probably have a Death Shadow. That's so annoying. And whilst when they have just paid the extra mana. Yeah. Well, they're pretty close to being dead. So there is that. Can't quite kill the Death Shadow. I'm going to play the Channeler. It's a 4/4. Got my own mini shadow of sorts. Yeah, not going to take. Deal with the Goyf. Let's see here. Could double block. No card I could draw could be lethal. Yeah, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to channel. I'm going to channel Lava Dart. I can always just flash it back later. And yeah, I think Soulscar Mage is pretty good. The question is, do I want to hold on to Shatter Skull Pass? Yeah, it could be useful. It is a 2-mana X burn spell to creatures. Hopefully I've presented a situation where it's too dangerous for them to attack. If they have another removal spell... Oh, I got a double block. Well, gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. Kind of wishing I would have channeled the Shadow Skull Pass now, but so it goes. Annoying. So many Death Shadows. So I'm supposed to beat this specific progression, but so it goes. Oh, yeah. If I would have actually, what am I kidding? I can still win this. Just need to get a burn spell, and hopefully they don't have Stubborn Denial. The opponent can't have everything, even though they've kept 1 blue mana untapped. Clearly they've got everything. Well, let's go for it. Well, they took the bait. I'm really surprised they didn't. I'm really surprised that they went after that one. That wasn't lethal, and I don't know. Literally, the only worst card I could have had in my hand was Lightning Bolt. Well, I don't know. This might be wrong, but I don't feel particularly bad about that. I felt like that was just insanely. Yeah, that must suck for them. Well, that was about to suck for me. Ratchet Bomb helps out a lot, so no more triple blood Death Shadow nonsense. So I would have had that if I channeled. Yeah. I mean, they made a mistake, but I made a mistake earlier, so I mean, I guess it cancels out because I clearly should have channeled the Shadow Skull Pass. Would have had an extra Lava Dart activation, so then whether they counter Stomp or Lightning Bolt would have been immaterial. This doesn't come across as a bad sportsman-like, but I am letting my opponent know that I made a mistake earlier that kind of put myself in a position where the opponent's mistake could have given me the win. So kind of like I made a mistake and then the opponent made a mistake. Still sucks for the opponent that they couldn't capitalize on my mistake, but at least it's not. At least one could argue that it kind of evened out. And we're actually seeing closer to true results of how the matchup should play out. Let's see here. Firebolt is bad because it gets stuck in your hand. Lava Dart ain't the best either. Yeah, I mean, Relic ain't the best, but what is good, though, is it's just extra card draw, and it sits on the battlefield, so it doesn't, it's not just waiting to get discarded by targeted discard. The Blood Moons are critical, believe it or not. Yeah, opponent's asking how Channeler is, and I'll tell it as it is. I feel Channeler is insane. It's just that, I mean, clearly I think any non-Obosh version of this deck should be playing Channeler. It's just, I mean, it's just a threat. But, alright, we'll keep this, because it's just, like, kind of how it, yeah, I can't really hope for too much more. Yeah, opponent also is talking about that new 2-mana Shudo Death Shadow, kicker creature. Yeah, there's actually so many new cards in the set that actually are quite powerful, but they're not like in your face, obviously busted like Uro or Urza. But like, make no mistake, Channeler is a very, very powerful card, and I'm a little surprised I'm not seeing it pop up more, but this literally this version of the Obosh, this version of Prowess might be the only deck that can really leverage it. Although traditional mono red might too. I mean, they play enough instants and sorceries that it should be a 4/4 pretty reliably. I am going to Relic, and then I'm going to cycle. I don't want to expose the Ratchet Bomb to Stubborn Denial. It's too important. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to cycle it, just need to hit my land drops. I think Channeler, though, is too tempting to pass up. They're clearly just gonna remove it, though. Plus, I don't want to necessarily present a target for Dismember, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't want to present a target for Dismember, because I'm not ready to deploy the Ratchet Bomb, and Death Shadow can get out of control too easily. I'm going to cycle this, try to hit my land drops. Man, I do not like missing my land drops. Believe it or not, I like hitting my land drops. I mean, I know, land drops are kind of overrated. It's going to take my Ratchet Bomb now. I mean, you know, as overrated as land drops are, you know, it's... I really like being able to cast my spells. You know, there's a very... I'm being sarcastic, obviously, but yes, really, I'm hoping to hit my land drops. Oh, I want them. I want the land drops. And I know the opponent's got Stubborn Denial. Well, the question is, what am I more worried about? Dismember running away with the game, or Stubborn Denial? You know what? I'm just going to Lava Dart and light up the stage. If they Stubborn Denial, hopefully it clears the path for Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but like, what I really want to do is I want to deploy the Ratchet Bomb and not have that get Stubborn Denial. That's what I want. Alright, well, I guess, yeah, I'm not even going to attack anyway, so no reason not to leave 1 mana up. I mean, it might seem like a little bit of a contradiction that I played out a 1-drop, even though I put Ratchet Bomb out, but, you know, I don't think they can expose their Death Shadows, and they're pretty sure they're going to remove this anyway. Yep, then there's a Dismember we knew about. Yeah, they got to get that off the field. It creates a situation where... Oh, yeah. It creates a situation where they either have to deploy the Death Shadow, in which case I'm happy to even 2 for 1 myself to remove my own creature, but if they don't, I can keep plugging away and dealing damage. Well, hopefully they don't have another Stubborn Denial, because I just gotta go for it now. I mean, they might have a fetch land to get an island later. Yeah, like, the thing about Blood Moon is a lot of times you just gotta go for it sooner rather than later. They might not actually have Death Shadow. I mean, they didn't really pay a lot of life to Dismember. I think taking Channeler makes sense. Yeah. Well, I you know, I gotta deal with the threat at hand, even if they got a Death Shadow. What do you do? Yeah, considering that that I've got this Horizon land here, I think I'm okay playing out my creatures. I'm still not going to attack, though. I just... yeah. This is annoying. I don't think it's worth the 1 damage. It's just not. Well, that answers the question about whether they got Death Shadow. All right, let's dig. Well, that is nice. That is nice, not gonna lie. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the counter on it. And then we are going to hold priority, tap Relic, and then respond to our own activation by exiling all cards. That way, the Tarmogoyf itself will get exiled, or their fetch land, which they're holding up. But it makes it so that one more card from their graveyard is exiled. I don't know if they play on Earth or something. If they do, they might want to crack the fetch land to save it. So to play the Shatter Skull Pass, I'm going to hold on to it. I mean, it is a burn spell after all. Man, Shatter Skull Pass. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attack, and if the opponent blocks, then I can kill it with Shatter Skull Pass. Yeah, I don't know about this block. Yeah, this way I can actually kill it. Alright, hopefully Seasoned Pyromancer. Nope. Just hold it in my hand just in case of Magmatic Channeler. Every little thing mattered. I think even though the Ratchet Bomb got Stubborn Denial, I think it was important, because otherwise the Relic probably would have been Stubborn Denial. We kind of overloaded their ability to deal with our answers. Oh, yeah. I'm playing this out just in case I draw a Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't want to discard cards unnecessarily if I don't have to, but I do want to keep at least one in my hand for Channeler. We're both probably getting a bit flooded. Man. This is definitely where having those two Horizon lands, it's kind of nice. If I draw one of those, at least it's a rebuy. They get their rebuy. This is fun though, one way or the other. I love Magmatic Channeler. I love playing with it. Hopefully hopefully I can continue justify doing so, because it's just so sweet. Yeah, I'll just go for the win. Alright, well, I guess. Yeah. I heard it can be impolite to say GG's if you win. Alright. Well, but good games though. Opponent, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but right after the match, maybe. My understanding is in general it's the player who lost that's supposed to offer the good game, but I try not to take offense if the opponent does, although anyway, I'm not perfect myself, but I'm pretty sure that's the correct etiquette. But anyway, alright, next game.